Hi, I'm Ryan. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Marlborough Minute. There's a really exciting event happening coming up at the Moose Lodge, and I'm so excited to have Cori here. She's going to tell me all about it. Welcome to Marlborough Minute, Cori.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to talk to you about this event today.
Yeah, so it's called Bone City Rocks for Homeless Veterans. Tell me about this event.
Well, it is a night planned to raise money for homeless veterans. All of the proceeds from the night will go to the New England Center and Home for Veterans. There will be food. There will be 50-50. There will be raffles donated from so many different organizations, personal friends of mine, and some really good music.
Now, Bone City is a band, of
Correct.
course, which I had to do a little research. I wasn't quite sure. Bone City will be playing, and also another group, Zen Music Men.
Correct.
And these are cover bands. They're going to play a lot of our favorite hits, right?
Bring your dancing shoes too. Absolutely.
Is there a dance floor over there?
Oh, there absolutely is.
Excellent. I haven't checked it out.
Absolutely.
This is the second year that this event has happened. Mm-hmm. Tell us about what inspired you to get it started in the first place.
Well, I come from a long line of veterans, Civil War all the way up through World War II.
Who's that name you dropped earlier?
Francis Scott Key.
We're
Actually
taking
found
it
out.
back.
Yeah, we're going to go way back. I found out when my grandmother did some research years ago that I'm a direct descendant from Francis Scott Key, who I hope you all know wrote the national anthem. So I find inspiration in my history and my lineage. I love to learn new things about all of it, the history just of the U.S. and just the history of the world. So it kind of, it keeps me going, sparks me a little bit to kind of do what I can.
And why homeless veterans in particular?
Well, I think we all can say that they need a little love these days. So it's really just the fact that some of them need more help than others. And we don't know what their story is. We don't know where they come from. But you know what? If there's that little extra to feed them, to help them put clothing on their backs, get them medical attention or whatever they need, then if I can be a little part of that, then I'm all for it.
Now, all of the funds are going to a group called New England Center and Home for Veterans.
Correct.
And you told me a little funny story about when you reached out to them last year. They said, "Oh, another fundraiser, great," and then they were sort of shocked. Tell me
a little bit
about
a little check shock.
A little check shock.
So, I ran the event last year. It was just before Christmas. I kind of threw it together. I had an epiphany and said, "I'm doing this, and I'm gonna go with it."
Right.
And I ended up raising an amazing amount. I had a goal of $5,000, and I ended up raising $5,700. So when I sent them the check last year, they sent me this letter, an email, and called me and couldn't believe the amount of money. So
it's incredible.
Yes.
And the goal's a little bit higher this year.
Just a little bit.
And how are we on track? How are tickets selling and things going so far?
So far, I've done a Facebook event, which has been shared all over Facebook. Thank you to all of my friends that have been helping. All the Marlborough pages, food pages. I'm starting to hang posters around town. So the word's getting out. So far, I have about 120 people saying interested, and a bunch of people going. And I just started selling tickets, so they're going.
Where can people find out information and get these tickets? Of course, the information, I'll tell it to you right now, is that it's going to be held on February 1st, 2025 at the Moose Lodge, which is located at 67 Fitchburg Street, right in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Tickets are $15 pre-sale, $20 at the door. Like you said, 50-50 raffles, music. Doors are going to open at 6 p.m. and people can stop by the Moose. You work at the Moose, right?
I do work
at the Moose. So they can just say, "Hey, Cori."
Yes, I'm a bartender there, and I work downstairs in the members lodge. But the Moose will have tickets regardless whether or not I'm there.
Okay, good.
So anybody can stop in at any point and grab a ticket. If they want to reach out to me on Facebook, all of my information is in the link that, like I said, has been floating around Facebook. So, yeah, I'm hoping to hear from everybody, and I'd love to have as many people as possible come down and hang out and have a good time. Really.
Absolutely. It is going to be a good time. And you were telling me some of the groups that have already committed to donating food. There's going to be great food as well.
Correct.
Who are some of those community partners that are reaching out?
So we have Fireflies, we have Wellies, we have CJs, we have Eviva Trattoria. I have a bunch of my friends that have volunteered to make food. I will be cooking up a storm.
Yeah, you're making some chicken broccoli ziti. What's your specialty?
My specialty is actually chili.
Okay.
So a little chili, maybe some pulled pork. See how creative I get in the
Nice.
kitchen that week.
You're going to be busy, though.
I will be busy, but I will find time to do that as, I have a roommate who is very helpful. My son is home from college, so I'll be putting them to work too.
It takes so much work. You've taken on so much to do this. Are there any other ways people can volunteer or help out beyond showing up and buying a ticket?
I mean, I can always use bodies to sell 50-50 raffle tickets,
Right.
and I have a great group of people so far, but everybody needs a break, so I mean, the more the merrier.
Tell me a little bit about the Moose in general and what they do and how they exist.
I mean, the Moose Lodge, really, they do a lot of charities for children. So they have Moose Heart.
Oh,
So they do a lot of fundraisers down there. Nancy Hatch, Rowan, actually does a lot of different fundraisers throughout the year. They do bingo. They'll do a 50-50 raffle. She'll do different game nights and stuff like that to kind of raise money.
if I'm showing up right the day of, I'm to come in, do I need to have cash or will you accept a card as well for payment?
Cash would definitely be appreciated.
Cash is king.
However, if you and the drinks and bar that night, because there will be a full bar, that is also cash.
Okay.
But if anybody needs to Venmo me that night or whatever, I definitely will take Venmo.
Fantastic. Anything else folks should know about this exciting night?
Like I said, bring your dancing shoes. It's going to be fun. It's a great night to have a good night out, but also know that you're doing something
For a fantastic cause.
for somebody. Yes, for somebody who can't unfortunately do it for themselves. So let's help them out. Let's come as a community and do what we can.
That's great. I really look forward to seeing how it goes this year. You'll have to follow up with me and let me know
Absolutely.
how it went, and look forward to having you on for many years to come. I hope this continues to be a tradition at the Moose.
I would absolutely love that.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining me today, Cori.
Thank you so much.
That brings us to the end of another episode of Marlborough Minute. If you're a community group that is doing something fantastic to benefit Marlborough, please be in touch. I'd love to have you on the program. I'm Ryan Malyar. Take care.